Hello from HW Group. Today I would like to present Perseus Energy 240. It's basically the smallest device from the Perseus family, and we will talk about the applications now. Fine. So Perseus Energy 240 can be connected to the network and to the RS-485, which is basically the Modbus RTU sensors. The beauty of RS-485 RTU is that you can connect their third-party generic RTU sensors. So typically energy meters or some special sensor, and the Perseus itself is a kind of gateway or something like that. In the end of the day, it can be a very effective system how to connect your RTU sensors to the whole ecosystem of HW Group. Fine. What's the ecosystem, or why we need something like that? So first of all, I would like to get your attention to the fact that above the Open API in Perseus, we have the Meters API. The Meters API is something new. It's the fact that the data from the Modbus RTU sensors can be processed inside the device. So we can do many things with the data inside, either with the sensors, with the sensors connected to RS-485, but the same is for the sensors which is connected to the Ethernet. So either Modbus TCP or the other protocols which are available. All this data are Meters API, and with Meters API you can do many things. The same is the another HWG devices. So for example, one Perseus 240 is able to get data from the 5 or 10 STE2 devices and altogether send them to the portal, and altogether have them in one list. Altogether can be modified by the scripting or something like that. So the Meter API is something to get input data into the Perseus. The same is for MQTT or SNMP data. So for example, you can analyze your UPS or something like that. The system features you can see something about the condition and actions. So if this value is that, then send there some this command, or even write to the Meters API to send command over RS-485 or something like that. There is a simple Rua scripting. So the scripting is inside the device. So inside this device, there is a scripting. You can define some easy calculations what will happen. And above all, of course, there is a scheduler. Scheduler in Perseus is very essential stuff, so you can define what will happen in a certain time based on week or based on the day and things like that. Perseus Energy overall is the smallest and very cost-effective member of the Perseus family. All the features are there. It's designed to connect over the Modbus RTU, so simply 2 wires of RS-485 plus 2 wires for the powering that. And all the sensors can be connected over the network to the SensDesk, to the whole portal, to all APIs and things like that. The beauty is that this device can be a gateway to the third-party manufacturer sensors or devices. The Meters API are generic data input, so it can be used for anything from the special water pressure till the electricity meters and things like that. And you can combine the features of the old sensors with the new ones. On the output of Perseus, you can share the corrected values or calculated values over the Open API, so the standard Open API as we know it. Is there available through SNMP, MQTT, Modbus. So please do not mix 2 SNMPs or 2 MQTTs. One is on the data input and one is for the data output. One is called Open API, that's the output, and second one is connected Meters API. Fine. Typical example, what we are talking about is new 15 minutes energy metering quantums. Basically, you can connect to this device by RS-485, cheap, very old-fashioned electricity meter, 1 or 3 phases, doesn't matter, and monitor power consumption or counter of kilowatt hours during the time. But you can create 15-minute quantums based on the counter in the beginning and in the end, the difference, and you are able to make these quantums. and in the end of the day, work with these quantums in the higher system. So this is the way how to combine very old-fashioned electricity meters together with the new energy for 15-minute system. This is typically use case by Dennis. Dennis is using the Perseus exactly for metering data from third-party electricity meters. So yeah, above the meters there can be some other sensors, for example, temperature sensor or something like that. Our devices over the network. Modbus RTU input. Above all of this, we are doing the condition and actions, so you can combine the data, create 15 minutes or things like that. In the end of the day, you can connect it to any third-party SCADA system or anything like that. And of course, connect to our portal by HWG system, so the sensors can be there. Overall, you have quite complex system, which you can combine through very old-fashioned technology with the latest products together in one Perseus device. Perseus is basically familiar with 7 different types. And let's look closer to the Perseus Energy 240. So there is only LAN, no LTE in this case. There is only Modbus RTU, so no RJ11 ports, as you can see. No porty. And there is no M-bus or metering bus. It's for another Perseus devices. There is no watch lead detection zone, dry contact or digital output, things like that. And yes, there is local scripting inside. And that's Perseus 240, the smallest member of the Perseus Energy. If you have any special application, please follow our website. Check our templates for special RS-485 RTU sensors and come with any questions. Have a good day from HW Group.